Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are working on headers today. We're building some headers over the front and rear doors to support our timber frame porches, which should be here on Monday. Our ridge beam needs to tie in to the house, and we have to build up some beams to carry the ridge on both the front and back porches. So that's what we're doing today. I have stuff pre-cut for the second header. Last night in the rain, I installed the first one, and I'll give you a look at that, and we'll get the second one put together. Here's a look at the outside of this 2x10 header. Our front door is going to be right here, right underneath this header, and the ridge beam on the porch is going to tie in directly over top of our stub post. So we needed some support underneath. That stub post is actually resting in the middle of that 2x10. It's a 4-ply. We have this outside ply that's kind of holding things laterally. We have some jacks on the sides of the post to help carry the load. Up underneath, you can see our header here. 3 2x10s with 2 sheets of 7/16 OSB. Building these headers was relatively easy. I started out by getting everything lined up how I liked it, put some clamps on to hold all the plies together. And then I took these 4-inch rugged structural screws from Simpson Strong Tie, sunk them down in the corners just to kind of pull everything nice and tight, snug together. Marked out 1-foot increments, and then came back in and alternated here top and bottom. Hand drove some 16-penny nails that I had laying around in on both sides just to give it some extra strength. And this is always fun running the hammer. Kind of nice. The nail gun is nice to save time, but it is kind of cool just to pull the hammer out every once in a while. And then we came back with the nail gun and shot in the 16-penny ring shank nails. Again, just ring shank just to kind of hold everything nice and tight, snug, so the plies don't separate over time. Did that on both sides. I run a W pattern with these, just so I'm using different grains on the wood, tie it all together nice and tight. All right, the beam is finished, just as the blueprints called for, a 3-ply 2x10 header. We're gonna get this into position now, and since I'm working alone, this is a little bit of a challenge. The first thing we're gonna do, put some blocking in to help us hold this beam up there. This is just temporary. That should give us enough room. Need 9 1/4 and we have 10. So now the next thing, let's see if this is going to fit. It's gonna be nice and snug. Perfect. We have our outer ply attached here. So now I'm just going to take some measurements, some marks on here. I use a combination of screws and ring shank nails just to help hold this. This board is just to help hold the header inside there. And what I like to do is every foot sink a screw in, and then we'll go back in. Once we get it nice and tight, we'll put some lags in as well. And I use a W pattern on my nailing. And the last thing we'll do is sink these lags in. Alrighty. That's not going anywhere. Now we can take our shims out and we'll put our jacks in. That's it for the outside. Whew. Temporary blocking is ready to come out. For these jacks, I like to have them sit on top of the bracket, and I like it to be nice and snug. So we're going to get a measurement. 86 1/4, 16th over. We're going to put the bottom in first. Bottom goes in first, and then we just tap the top in. A couple of screws in to hold it. That's a wrap for the header project. I think we're all set and ready to go. The blueprints called for framing by others to connect the porches into the house. I think this is a pretty solid way of doing it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, we're all set and done on this part of the project. Next will be the timber frame porches, and I think my DIY skills are going to be put to the test. Hopefully you stick around for that, but that's all I have for you today. We'll see you on the next video.